Welcome back to another video. Today's pull and push day, baby. If you guys don't know me, my name is Ryan and I'm training to become a calisthenic athlete. The goals of today's workout is just to be targeting pulling and pushing, so we can get a workout on both of that, just to make our arms overall stronger. This is gonna be a shorter workout, but it's also gonna be hard. Without further ado, let's start off with a warm up and get into it. Alright guys, I started my training with a light little warm up, just warming up my arms, and then I ended up warming up my back too, just using a band. Now the first exercise on my workout is basically the weighted push-up. Now to make this harder, I use a water bottle just to make sure I go all the way down. And then I usually go for 12 reps because that's usually the perfect reps. And I usually do about 4 sets of 12. But I also go to failure on my 4th set. The sweet spot for me is about 20 or to 25 pounds on my back. That's usually the perfect amount, and I recommend just using a backpack and just getting as low as you can, trying to keep your best form. Next up, I go straight to the pull exercise, the pull-up. Now, I usually do about 4 sets of 5 for these, but on my 4th set, I also go to failure like I did with the push-up. Like I said, I do about 4 sets of 5 for these, but I usually do them really slow and controlled, and I keep my form perfect throughout the whole thing. Now, when doing the pull-up, you really just want to try to be as slow and controlled as possible, especially for beginners. As a beginner, if you keep good form and you get better, you'll just end up getting stronger in the long run. Next up on the list is dips, another pushing exercise. Now I use a light backpack when I'm doing these just to progressively overload and make it harder as I go. But you just want to try to get as low as possible, get those elbows below 90 degrees. And I usually do about 4 sets of 8 for these, but on my 4th set, like the other exercises, I go to failure. Now, when I say go to failure, I mean I try to do as much as I can, going past what I usually do. For example, for dips, I usually go to 8, but when I go to failure, I try to get way past 8 and try to go past my score like to 15 or to 20, or just go as high as I can. I recommend going to failure and just usually your last set, because that's when your muscles are the most aching. Alright guys, one of the last exercises on my list is chin-ups. Now chin-ups are basically pull-ups with your hands reversed, and I usually do about 4 sets of 5 for these, but like I said, on the 4th set, I always go to failure. Now for chin-ups, you just really want to try to get your chin, like I said, over the bar, which is pretty obvious, but this video is a little sped up. I'm not going this fast, but here's when I'm going to failure. Just try your best. I always recommend just going to failure on your last set. That's something I recently learned. But yeah, chin-ups, guys, and I usually do this for about 4 sets. If you guys need to do more, you can, but in the future, I would definitely be adding weight onto these as well. The last thing I do is do as much push-ups as I can. Just 1 set, just trying to do as much push-ups as I can, and that's about it. But what I do is I usually just use a little bit of weight on my back, not much, and I just try to keep good form and go down. I should have had a water bottle when I did this. Make sure you guys have something just to make sure you're going as low as possible. But I end up having to take the weight off, but I end up doing as much as I can. I think I got to like 30 push-ups or 40, but it's just a good way to destroy my arms right before I end out the workout. So this is the last thing I do in my training for push plus pull day. Alright guys, that's the end of training for today. Make sure you guys try this workout. Let me know how you guys like it down in the comments. Let me know if you guys are getting stronger. But yeah, we're gonna end the video here. Also, make sure you guys add in some core at the end, like I do with all my workouts. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, and stay blessed.